Your reboot failed because it sucked, not because it was women. Fudge that noise. I have never had a problem with the female casting. I have a problem with rebooting a franchise that didn't need a reboot, and from what I heard, this train wreck focused more on spectacle and a political agenda rather than substance and performances. And the fact that Ernie Hudson has now spoken out about it because the NDA expired just showed that even the original Ghostbusters had no faith in this, with the exception of Dan Aykroyd, who's been trying to get this since Ghostbusters 2. And Dan, I love you, I really do, but you need to let this go. And I love this little gem, but director Paul Feig seems to be pinning the blame on the much-loved original 1984 movie. We had such a reverence for it, Feig said, promoting the movie at the Apple Store in Soho, Manhattan. And they were at the heart of everything, and everyone being so angry at us. It was like, just wait and see the movie. There are so many references to the old film, there might be too many. The original is a timeless classic in the same vein as that of Back to the Future and Jurassic Park, because they don't make movies like this anymore. If you were a good director, you would have owned up and taken the flak and admit that you didn't try hard enough. You know what they say, a bad workman always blames his tools. If this had been a sequel that would have seen the remaining cast members come back for one last time to pass the torch to a new generation, then I could have been on board with that. Quote, the dapper Feig then shifted the responsibility onto the new generation. We had to tell our own origin story and make a movie for a new generation. The touchstones buoyed us, and we figured it would all sort itself out. The last sequel was 25 years old, and there were kids who knew nothing about it, so we wanted them to have their own Ghostbusters to wear for Halloween. There could be the old Ghostbusters meeting the new ones. He's clearly forgetting that even kids of today love the old school classics when people who saw these flicks when they were kids become parents and then they show it to their kids. It keeps on going. Now, in that context, I'm quoting Bob Gale from the Back in Time documentary, which you can see on Netflix, of the Back to the Future franchise. But the point still stands. Ghostbusters fans from then show this to their kids, and they become Ghostbuster fans as well. So I shoot down that half-baked excuse with disdain. And there's a lot of popularity and profitability from 80s nostalgia. I am quoting Kaiju Noir on that. How you doing, buddy? Profitability from 80s nostalgia such as Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, Knight Rider, Ghostbusters, Tron, Back to the Future, Batman 1989, Miami Vice, Michael Jackson and Madonna's 80s music catalogue along with U2, George Michael, Wham!, Transformers, He-Man, and last year's fan-funded film Kung Fury as a love letter to 1980s action movies. Random DCE said something to the effect of, the people are rejecting the narrative that the establishment are forcing on them. New Ghostbusters was just the beginning. Brexit followed. I say Brexit because Brexit sounds like a cereal. And more will come because the people are fed up with being told what to do. They spoke with their wallets, i.e. not taking them out, and it reflected at the box office. When something that is precious to their childhood memories is rebooted for the sake of making money but not done with the care and love of the original, then they won't stand for it. And the fact that Ivan Reitman's involvement was being cut out behind his back also left a sour taste with the fans, because he would have made it decent as he knows the story and the characters and would have likely made a better movie. I have said previously regarding this that this reboot could have had an all-male, all-female, or mixed cast, and this thing still would have tanked at the flicks because of the story. You can have a leading female cast, and it would make no difference if the story is flat, lifeless, and no substance. The 1984 original worked because of the chemistry between the actors and the solid writing that Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis put into it. In 30 years, people will still talk about the original Ghostbusters for the timeless performances of the actors and the stellar writing, and this train wreck will be long forgotten.